game. My name is Dave, and welcome back to the top favorite 100 dexterity games that Dave has played. And today we are going through 50 through 41, so the 40s. Some pretty good games in this list here, so let's just go ahead and start it right now and jump into number 50. Let's go. Now, number 50, I do have the Kickstarter version, and I have a review for it, but didn't want to pull it out of storage. But this is Cad Tower, a fantastic card stacking game with cute little cats. And if you have the Kickstarter, it's even cuter. It even has a little puppy in there. It has different dice that you can use, just a whole bunch of variants for a very simple, cute cat game. Again, we have a review if you want to check it out, but this is definitely a dexterity game that I like. So let's go over to 49. Let's go. 49 is Pharaohs Curse. Now this is a reprint. Haba made this one here, and I have a review on this. It's an older review, but basically this is a good one for kids. You have a bowl of balls that has a wooden pin basically in it, and you're trying to take the balls without having the pin fall over. All the while the mummy in this game is chasing you. It's actually a lot of fun, way more than I thought it would be. Definitely has dexterity, but the kids are going to win more often than the adults, or at least people with bigger hands. So very simple. That's 49. Let's go on. Let's go on to 48. Let's go. Alright, so the next game is a game that I played when I was young. I have not played it in a very long time, but I had so much fun, and this is Crossfire. And if you're a kid of the 90s, you probably know what this game is. It's fantastic commercials, but it's just basically you are shooting these metal marbles at your opponent. There are different variations that have like things like Beyblades or whatever kind of variations. Basically, it's Crossfire, and you're shooting at things, trying to decimate your opponent with these awesome mechanics. And if I could find a copy, I would, but I'm not too anxious to get it. I just know I had a lot of fun when I was a kid, and it sits here at 48. Let's go on to 47. So 47 is this game right here, Snowman Dice. This is made by Mike Elliott. He is one of the designers I like. He helps make Dice Masters. This is a fantastic dexterity game where it's all in this little snowball kind of squishy thing, and you're building a snowman and trying to push it to the North Pole when you're done, but people are flicking snowballs at you. It's fantastic. I have a review of this if you want to check out more, but this is a tiny, fantastic portable game that I highly recommend, and that is Snowman Dice. Alright, let's go over to 46. 46 is Heart of Attraction. This is a magnet game. Have a review on this, but simply you just have these heart-shaped magnets that you spread on the table, and you're throwing them, trying to collect them. If they fall off the table and you catch them, well, you get to keep them, and as well you get to keep whatever clusters you want on the table. Really simple, but magnets are fun. If you want to check out the review for more information, yeah, feel free to do so. But right now, we're going to go over to 45. Alright, so 45 is Lifted. Now, I don't have my copy yet, but it's getting here. I've played it at a convention because I've seen the silliness, but I haven't played it since. So I do remember having so much fun with this, and I know once I get it, I'm going to have a review up for it. It's going to solidify my bias towards it, or whatever, my likeness to it. And it's where you have this kind of headgear that has a crane on it, and you're lifting these pieces that have holes in it by yourself. Sometimes you have to cooperate with other people and lift one piece. It is just silly fun, and yes, it's kooky, it's gimmicky, but when I played it, I wanted to play it over and over. So it's one of those type of games, and whenever I'm hosting a night that I don't really want to take serious, Lifted is a game that I grab. So that's 45. Let's go over to 44. Alright, so 44 is Mars Attacks 10 Minutes Dice. Have a review of this one too. This is, it's not really Mars Attacks so much as it just a game that has circle planets on a table that spread out however you want, and you're flicking a dice to try to get on them. That's really it. But the simplicity is where the charm is. It has great art. I love the art. So there is that much Mars attacks. But other than that, if you like flicking dice, this is a fun one and super fast at 10 minutes. It actually sometimes wraps up faster than that. All right, so what number was that? 44. All right, 43. All right, so 43 is all the way on top of my shelf here. I'm not going to grab it, but here's a picture. It is Suspend. This surprised me. It's just little metal bars, but what you can do with these metal bars and hang them on each other is super surprising. And it's not so much like art as it is more like a piece of amazement. You build this big, because you can use all the pieces. I was able to do that one time, and it was just this vast interwoven pieces of metal. It wasn't very pretty, but it was like, wow, I did that. And that's one of the things that I like about stacking games or hanging games, and Suspend delivers on that. So 43 goes to that game, and let's go and move over to 42. Let's go. So 42 is this game here. We have a review on it. It is Chopsticks Dexterity Challenge 3000. It's based on the show over there, and basically you have your own chopsticks and you have little meatballs of foods, and you're trying to pick those meatballs up with the chopsticks, and you're going to be guided by the tiles that tell you what to do. It's frantic fun. Everyone loves it, though the chopsticks in here are very fragile, so bring your own chopsticks. So bring your OYC. But other than that, this game is pretty gnarly, and I like it. And if you're into dexterity games and you're good with chopsticks, well, you should probably pick this one up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go over to 41, and that will be the last one for today. Let's go ahead and do that. So 41 is Menara. Now, I'm going to actually say I expected a little more out of this game, so I was slightly disappointed because of the pieces. They're a bit smaller than what I thought, and the gameplay was a bit longer sometimes. So with that out of the way, this is a cooperative game where it's like Villa Paletti. You're seeing the picture right now that you're building up this structure. You're guided by the cards and how hard you want the difficulty to be, and I like it. I like it for what it is. Not many dexterity games are co-op, so if I have one in my collection, well, more to have one in my collection is nice, and a pretty one at that. The box is pretty, and when you build it is a gorgeous kind of structure because the pieces are like wonky and all curvy, and I like that. It just has a few hiccups. Maybe I had a little bit too much hyperbole going into this when I got it, but overall I do recommend it, especially if you want a co-op dexterity game. Though the thing about co-ops is one person could be bad and ruin the whole experience. Well, you shouldn't give them a hard time, but they might beat themselves up over not being good. I know I'm one of those type of people, so go into that knowing those stipulations. So that is the last game that we have today. Thank you so much for joining me in this part of the 100 list. Until next time, have a great rest of the day, great time with all you play. My name is Dave, and I'm out. Bye. Vine Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance the dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.